Holy shit, welcome to overtime. It's been the longest game ever. It's 100 degrees outside Miami, and we're dying. Stephon Diggs has got fucking cramps all over. But we're going to get through these next week 4 pick'ems. I got to tell you, I put stars last week of the games I was interested in. I had a lot of stars last week. Not so many this week. I was reaching on some of the stars, too. I think there's some bad matchups. I think there's going to be some bad games.
There's some good ones.
There's some good ones. Starting off with Thursday night. Thursday night's a very good game. Miami at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 3.5-point favorite. I like that respect that Vegas is throwing around. You would think that Miami 3-0 would maybe get a little more respect.
Tua might not play.
Tua might not play, but I think even if Tua does play, I think Cincinnati wins this game.
Cincinnati bright lights.
Yeah, Cincinnati bright lights. Joey B's got it rolling a little bit. I think that Miami's going to be exhausted after this very tough game that they were just in. Short week for Miami. Short week for both of them. But I think Cincinnati gets it done. I think 3.5 is kind of weird number. I think that it might be a 3-point game, so I might be wrong. But I think Cincinnati wins, so I'm going Cincinnati.
After all the poo-pooing I did against Miami.
You going to take Miami?
I want to.
Yeah,
I'm going to take Miami.
I hear you. And I think Cincinnati has given you reason to do that because they have had bad moments.
Well, Miami's finding ways to win, and so I do think, especially if I get points, I'll take the points.
I hope it's a high-scoring game for both. I hope Joe Burrow scores a bunch, and I hope Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, I've got them all in all separate leagues, so score. But that should be a great Thursday night game. Chargers at Houston. Chargers are a 5-point favorite on the road. I am going to pick Houston because I'm going with my trend. I'm trying to make them lose, so I am going to pick Houston to...
Houston's going to win this game outright.
Oh, yeah? Well, especially if it's...
Give me the points.
If it's Chase Daniel, if it's not Justin Herbert, I think you're right.
Chargers suck.
Yep. The Chargers do suck, man. That was weird. Minnesota at New Orleans. Now, it's not at New Orleans. It's at London. So this is going to be a 8 o'clock in the morning. You're going to have
Are they still, having a funeral for the Queen and shit? Didn't that go on for, a couple years and shit?
I'm going to give you a hot take here. Every time I hear anything about the royal family in London, my brain, it's almost like when old people can go into a movie and they can fall asleep right away. Nothing puts me to sleep fast. I could give 0 fucks about your royal family, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I don't care about any of y'all. None of it matters to me. Your queen doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck that she died. I don't care about your Prince Harry's drama with so-and-so. It doesn't matter. It's how I assume they must look at our president. They probably don't give a fuck about when Bill Clinton was getting his dick sucked. They didn't. Come on, the British people didn't really care about that. We cared about it, but they didn't give a fuck.
I'm sure they made fun of us.
But that's how I feel. Anytime that it comes up about, did you see the Queen died? Oh no, the Queen. I don't give a fuck about the Queen. Who the fuck is that? She's nothing to me. She's nothing to you. But hot take.
That's
fuck
why
the
I had
royal
to throw
family.
that in there.
Yeah.
I love it when I introduce the subject and I get these reactions.
Yeah, this
is my
has been the
favorite
best part. It's
Yeah.
fucking Axel Hoyer. God damn it. But I think Minnesota wins this game in London.
I'm with you. Yeah.
New Orleans, not looking good. Jameis, not looking good. Alvin Kamara's a used car that's going in and
Michael
out.
Thomas and Jarvis Landry might be out. Kamara might not play.
Oh, shit. Well, then, fuck yeah. Then Minnesota's definitely winning this game. They're only a 2.5-point favorite. It is
now, I would imagine Minnesota's going to be down early and they're going to have to fight back. And
those London games are weird. You never know. Sometimes in those London games, the opposite team wins.
We've seen really big blowouts in the opposite weird direction.
Because it's weird to them. I'm sure to them, they're like, what the fuck are we even doing? But
I think some of them probably go to the pubs and shit.
Minnesota should definitely win this game, and I think it's definitely more than 2.5 points too. I think they win by a touchdown. Cleveland at Atlanta. This is one of those doo-doo matchups that I'm talking about. I'm not crazy about it, but I realize that Cleveland and Atlanta have played better than I thought. Cleveland's a 1.5-point favorite on the road. I'm going with the home dogs here.
Wow. I'm taking Cleveland.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Cleveland wins, but something about scrappy Atlanta. I really didn't see it going in. Drake London is good. Kyle Pitts is good. They have a good young core. That yes, Marcus Mariota's not great, but they're trending in a different direction than I thought.
Give the ball to Cordero.
Yeah, I hear you there, and I was wrong on Atlanta. I should have drafted people from Atlanta. I would not mind having Drake London on my team.
I find it odd that someone is so productive when given the chance, and yet you continually look for ways to not give him the ball. Like, why is he not just your running back? Like, why do you want these other guys to...
But him receiving is where he's most productive.
Not this past week. Shit.
They ran the ball with him?
Bro, he had like 140 yards rushing. On like 12 or 14. He had like 18 touches this week.
Yeah, well then, fuck, I'm wrong. Go to that.
And I'm like eyeball test.
Yeah.
When they just look better when he's back there.
Well, maybe after this week they will. Because they got the win.
So.
Maybe they got the win.
But I'm picking Cleveland.
Okay,
Nick Chubb's a badass.
I think you're right. I think Cleveland probably wins, but for whatever reason, go to mybookie.com and make this wild ass pick. Washington at Dallas. Man, so I thought with Cooper Rush, I thought they were going to lose and lose and lose, but after seeing last night and after seeing the first game, he's not that bad.
They've won both games that he's played.
I would equate him to a Carson Wentz or a Derek Carr, like. He's on that
and
level.
He's throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
They're using both running backs.
Yeah. Dallas is going to win this game. There wasn't a spread because it was last night I did this, and so it just hadn't come out yet. I would imagine that Dallas is a favorite.
Dallas is favored probably by 2.5 or 3.
Yeah, and I think Dallas wins. Washington looks like shit.
Yeah, but Washington played Philly, and Philly's good, and Dallas is not. So I think it'll be the same script. Dallas will probably get up early. Washington will look like shit, and then all of a sudden they'll start throwing it, and they'll come back. Washington wins this game in Dallas.
It would be bizarre to me if Cooper Rush goes undefeated in this time that Dak Prescott is gone.
That'd be funny.
But that would be wild. It would be. I mean, Jerry
and then
Jones.
Dak comes back and they start losing.
Jerry Jones has said that. He has said, "I welcome please go make it a quarterback controversy." Cooper Rush play good enough that I have
Didn't
to
they
wonder.
pay him though?
Who?
Prescott.
Oh yeah. Oh no, he's the starter.
I mean, they can't.
No, they'll definitely. But what Jerry Jones was saying in that is, I hope that Cooper Rush plays so well and wins games that they give me reason to go, well, who should be the starter? You know, like he was just saying, like, I hope in the grand scheme of things, like, I hope you do give me a reason to question who I should start.
That should at least push Dak Prescott to be better.
Yeah. But I think Dallas wins this game. I don't really believe in Washington. Seattle at Detroit. Detroit is a 6-point favorite. They should get this win. Detroit is a good team. I believe in y'all. Seattle is a bad team. They should be able to pull this out, but their defense is suspect. So
I'll take Detroit too, but let's try not to find ways to lose this game.
And 6 is a little high. You know,
6 is because they only play 3-point games.
They love 3-point games. They love to be in that one-score game. Jesus. So that's tough. But Tennessee at Indianapolis. I put a star next to this one. I guess it's a good game. I'm torn.
Only because it's in our division and.
Well, and I think Indianapolis turned a corner. This was a big win to beat the Chiefs, but. We'll
Show
see.
us again. It's at home again.
You got to prove it to me now. 3-point favorite at home. I think Indianapolis gets the win. I'm not sold on Tennessee. I'm not sold on either one of them. I went back and forth, but
that one's tough.
I'll go Indianapolis.
I'll take the points because I can't fucking. I'll take Tennessee.
Yeah, and it probably will be a close game because I think they're both kind of fighting for it right now. Chicago at the Giants. Man, I struggled with this one too. There wasn't a spread. But
what a shitty game.
Shitty game. I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck game.
I think I would guess that the Giants are the favorite by like 2 points. It's less than 3 for sure.
They're at home, so yeah.
Yeah, I would guess it's 3. Less than 3, but I'm going to take the Giants. I don't really believe in Chicago. I know they're 2-1, but
Chicago surprised me so far.
I know.
Their defense is playing pretty good.
Yeah. I went with a bunch of road teams last week, and I got a lot wrong. So I'm trying to be more home oriented here.
Yeah, going into. I'd like to see the spread, but
yeah, I know.
Give me the points again. I'm guessing the Giants are favored. They should be.
Yeah.
I'll take Chicago in the points.
Yeah. Jacksonville at Philly. Philly is a 6.5 point
This
favorite.
might be the best game of the week.
I think 6.5 might be a little high because Jacksonville is good, but
Yeah.
I still went with Philly. I think Philly wins this game, and I think they make a statement by going 4-0. But I think Jacksonville is not going to be. It's not. They're not going to make it easy. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a closer game, which maybe goes against that 6.5 points. But
Peterson's back in Philly.
yeah,
6.5 is a lot. That's a tough one.
taking your boy Trevor. Trevor Lawrence.
Damn, I'm taking all the road teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay,
Give
all
me
right.
the 6.5.
All right.
I want them points.
And the Jets at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, a 3.5 point favorite at home.
Gross.
I don't like Mitchell Trubisky, and Zach Wilson's coming back in this game. I think that he has a nice game. I think they maybe did the right thing. They maybe were a little cautionary on this, but maybe it was the right way to go. If he's 100% healthy and he can come in and make plays with Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis and this young Brees Hall and this defense that's actually played okay for the Jets, I think the Jets can end up pulling out this win, and I think they can go against those 3.5 points. I think I'm going to take the Jets on the road.
You're getting 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Okay.
For the other reasons, Zach Wilson's going to come out. He's probably going to look a little rusty at first. And that's what Pittsburgh loves. They like the only thing that they got a decent defense, and or at least they should.
Well, with me losing Michael Pittman to you for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I think I'm going to start Garrett Wilson in that flex spot this week. So I think
it'll be interesting to see if they keep throwing the ball as much.
Yep. I'm hopeful for it.
Why would you not?
He looks great. He looks great. So I'm
see.
into it. Buffalo at Baltimore. This is a good game for sure. This is probably the best game. Yeah. Oh no, Kansas City at Tampa Bay. But this is probably sleeper for the best. This probably will be the best game of the. Man, Buffalo just can't catch a break, can they? This is fucking tough game after tough game. Baltimore is going to be tough. 3.5 point favorite on the road though. Buffalo's a 3.5 point favorite on the road. This is probably one of the situations where I should pick the home dog. But I have a feeling that Buffalo's going to be a little upset after what just happened to them. And I think they come out and they play very well in this game. They're going to get Jordan Poyer back. They're going to get Tre'Davious White back, so their defense will be a little more stout. I think Buffalo ends up winning this game, and I think it's by a touchdown. But that's also me not believing in Baltimore, and Baltimore has proven me wrong thus far. So take it with all the grains of salt.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I think they play hard.
Mac Jones looked pretty good against their defense. I think Josh Allen has a big day. It could be a shootout. I mean, we could see these two going back and forth.
Yeah, but like
I'm
I
actually
said,
playing Keith this week, so Josh Allen against fucking
yeah.
Lamar
Well,
Jackson.
I think you're right. I think Baltimore's defense is suspect, and I think that if it's on the flip side, if Buffalo gets their defensive people back and they can make some stops, I think this is a win for Buffalo.
Bottle him up, make somebody beat you. Make
Arizona
somebody else
at
beat you.
Carolina. This is one of those doo-doo games that I don't really care about, but I guess Arizona should get this win. Carolina's not very good. They are a 1.5 point favorite at home. That surprised me.
Yeah, I'll take the points in Arizona.
Yeah, I'll take Arizona in that too. I think Arizona wins that outright.
They should.
Carolina, not a very good team. New England at Green Bay. This is a little weird.
That's weird.
Now that we know that it's Axel Hoyer.
Axel fucking Hoyer.
Axel Hoyer absolutely makes it.
10.5?
It should be a 30-point cover, knowing that this fucking pussy named himself Brian. But no, New England at Green Bay. I think Green Bay wins, but
by 10.5.
But exactly, Green Bay has not looked incredible, and they're not blowing teams out by any means. So I think that's why I picked New England here. That was before me really knowing how severe this Mac Jones injury was. I think realistically, Green Bay does win by a couple of touchdowns, but 10.5 is a high number. So for you to go to my bookie and make some money, why don't you go ahead and throw a couple bucks on New England just because 10.5 is a big number. I'm picking New England.
10.5 is a huge fucking number. Especially the way Green Bay's looked.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah, but Axel.
Fuck you, Axel Hoyer. I'm taking Green Bay.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm gonna lay the 10
Green
and a
Bay
half.
is going to win. I'm not doubting that by any means. They are going to win that game, which sucks because then they go to 3-1 and they're like, "Oh, we look so good." You're not good. Denver at the Raiders. My God.
Well, this is only exciting because we want to see one of them fucking.
It's exciting because we've got high hopes for
Both of
both
them.
of these teams. I think
This game's gonna be like the same shit, 10-12
yeah,
or
it's
some
going to be
shit.
some defensive bullshit where neither of the teams score. But I'm hoping I'm rooting because I have Raiders on my fantasy team. I know
I'm taking the Broncos.
You're taking the Broncos because you're all Broncos. But I have a bunch of Raiders. I got to root for the Raiders.
I'm
here.
moving. I think I might move to fucking Denver.
The Raiders are a 2-point favorite at home. I really don't know who wins this game, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you, but I'm going to go with the
That's why
Raiders.
it's a 2-pointer because
Because they don't know. Vegas doesn't know. Nobody
they're
knows.
like, well, Denver.
Vegas and
maybe.
Denver don't know. They don't know who the fuck they are. But it should be a good game. I hope for a good game out of that. And I hope that Vegas comes alive.
Please, I'm
Derek
begging
Carr.
you. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. All y'all do something.
Yeah. Make it a shootout, please.
Yeah.
Kansas City at Tampa Bay is the Sunday night football game. That is going to be a great game.
Yeah, thank you.
Mike Evans is coming back. Julio Jones will probably play. I don't know about Chris Godwin, although that'd be great if they could have full weapons on each side and come blasting at each other. Tampa Bay's defense, I think, is the difference maker here. Tampa Bay's defense is legit, and they will play Patrick Mahomes harder than he's played any of these other teams. He hasn't played somebody at this level on defense. So I think it's a lower scoring game than we want. I think we maybe are going to go into this game hoping that it's a 30-30 game, but I think it's lower.
Yeah,
I
this
think
one
it's
could definitely be a lower.
I think it's a lower scoring game, and I think Tom Brady gets it rolling a little bit. I think that with Mike Evans and with Julio Jones, I think he finds ways to score. I think that they win. It is disrespectful that he is not a favorite at home. This is Tom Brady, for God's sakes. But Kansas City's a 2.5-point favorite on the road. I'm going to take the home Tom Brady dogs, of course.
You know I love home dogs, especially when it's a good team. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me Tampa.
Yep. I think Tampa.
Although they might not be playing in Tampa.
Because of the hurricane?
Supposedly they're going to be practicing Miami, or they are practicing in Miami this week. And if they need to move it, it'll be played in Minnesota.
Yeah, I completely agree that it might be moved because of a hurricane. Agree is not the right word to say there, but I got distracted. Kansas City, though, at Tampa should be one of the best games of the week.
Should be.
Rams at San Francisco is a Monday night game. Also a very good game.
Always a good game.
I think also going to be one of the best games.
Divisional rivals.
Yep, they always play hard against each other. I think the Rams get the win. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. But I also got Cooper, so
that's right.
I'm rooting for Cooper most of all, and I'm rooting for Debo as well. But I hope that it turns into a good shootout. I hope that it's a high-scoring game on both sides because I have San Francisco 49ers as well. I just think that the Rams end up winning this game because Jimmy G is still this is like week 2 of the preseason for him. You know, like he hasn't.
with you.
He's got no practice. He's got none of this. So it's still going to be a rough sled for Jimmy G's going on. And the Rams have looked better. They got a good win against Arizona. I think they end up winning this game. Good Monday night game. You going the Rams as well?
Yep.
Yeah.